Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Florida. We are here with Christian from CNI from up in Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the program, bro.
Hey, Paul, thanks for having me. It's beautiful here, man.
Yes, we are watching the sunset over Christian's shoulder here on the Gulf of Mexico. Absolutely beautiful. Want to say thank you to everyone who made all of this possible. Our friends Brian and Liz Fullerton at the Launchpreneur Academy and Caleb and Brittany Almond from the Hardscape Academy. They bought a house. Well, not bought. $3.6 million bucks.
Yeah.
They rented a really nice home here on the Gulf of Mexico, Siesta Key Beach for the week, and a bunch of leaders in the lawn and landscape, hardscape construction world came down here for kind of a mastermind fellowship, create content. And I'm out here on my kickoff tour, thanks to our friends at Xmark, Kohler Engines, and Company Cam. So, Christian, for those who might not know a little bit of your story, I know you're pretty big on social media, but we always have new listeners. So, give us a little update on who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Paul. So thanks for having me on. First of all, I just want to say what an opportunity it is to be here with all these amazing guys and girls. It's great to be surrounded with winners who have done very well in the industry and are looking forward to sharing so much valuable information with others. To start off, my name is Christian Schlegel. I am based in the west suburbs of Chicago. I started my business we first started servicing our clients about 8 or 9 years ago, and from there, I was in fifth grade when I first started cutting grass. I started with the push mower, Black & Decker, battery-powered handheld, mower and blower and trimmer, and kind of went from there. Got my first stand-on mower about a year or two after, and second stand mower a year after. So, throughout middle school, I had kind of just slowly grown. I had a couple commercial mowers. I was fortunate enough to have my parents co-sign on like the loans. They have 0% loans, so that was real fortunate. By the time I had finished, middle school, I had about 20, 30 clients weekly. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Man.
It's so awesome because in our community, it's an upper middle class community. So there's a lot of people who were supporting my story.
Yeah.
And then I had and then at that point, I was getting to the point where there was a lot of referrals, and they may not even know about my story, but it was turning into a real business.
Yeah, this is a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah, suburb of Chicago. So
What part of?
it's west of Chicago, about 30, 45 minutes, depending on traffic.
Okay, they got good pizza out there, right?
They got good pizza. They got good pizza, good food. But
Are we eating pizza tonight? Right?
yeah, we're having pizza tonight.
My diet.
I love pizza.
It's tough to say no to pizza.
You gotta get that beach body.
I know. I order pizza. That's a dichotomy or a oxymoron.
Yeah,
Catch
oxymoron.
22.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, that's good. You're at the beach, get the beach body, and they order pizza.
Right.
I don't know how to say no
They're
to pizza.
doing us in. I can't say no. either.
I just mentally I thought about, what am I gonna do? Eat broccoli and grilled chicken?
Yeah.
I'll just eat the pizza. But I will hit the gym in the morning. So 20, 30 yards by
in the middle school
Middle
there,
school.
and then got into high school. I couldn't drive till the end of my first year, so I was doing the same thing. I would drive my mowers around. I was just telling I think it was Andy and John that I first upgraded. I used to ride my bike, and then when it was too far for quotes, I would ride my bike. When it was too far, my mom drive me, and then at a certain point, I got my commercial mowers. So it was such an awesome way to upgrade was by having my driver's license. It really allowed me to expand like a lot because I didn't have to rely on like a slow mower or my parents to drive me to a quote anymore for landscaping. So yeah, you got a truck, F-350. When I had turned 16, got my license. I was really fortunate. Found a really cool opportunity, a good deal on a truck, 20,000 miles. So looking back now is really good investment. But yeah, so from there on out, throughout high school, we had a team. We began building. I would say, I'm in, a Christian guy, so I have a youth group in my church. I was able to kind of find a lot of guys that are interested in picking up work, and that was about 4 years ago when I first started getting a lot of those team members. And to this day, I mean, even tomorrow, when I get back to go to plow that snow, make that dough.
That's 5 cents.
Exactly.
I get 5 cents anytime someone says that.
They'll be helping me out. So long story, but we use a lot of like flexible guys who are, whether it's their off season. One of our team members is like a carpenter, builds houses, or framer, I guess. It's too cold right now to do a lot of that work, and some of our team members are, a lot of them are students. As am I. I'm a full-time college student while having the business. So yeah, if anybody, it's always, that's the one thing that really I think stands me apart from a lot of others about this age is that I take school very seriously and I take the business very seriously. Last semester I had a 4.0 GPA, and I worked really hard for that. And to be honest, it was a tough semester because I was down on labor. I didn't have a lot of team members because a lot of guys were busy. It was really me and three guys, but I made it through. And that's where we are here. That's where we are here now, and hoping to purchase some property finally after a long process in the next couple.
So
weeks.
you're still living with your parents in the college, full-time college, as a community college? What are you studying, and why are you studying? If you have a business, what's your desire to get more education?
Yeah, so I've the reason my parents moved to where we are is because the schools are very good, and I've always done well. I've always worked hard in prioritizing both, and I did the same to prepare for college, and I see no reason not to continue my education when I can.
What is your major?
So I'm planning to do finance or marketing. When I go, I'm gonna finish. I'm not sure where yet, but after my 2 years at a community college, I'm planning to go to a 4-year university.
Purdue?
Well, I was thinking about Purdue. There's also Illinois, but I was thinking about Purdue. So
Big Ten schools.
Yeah,
huh?
it would be cool.
Champaign, Illinois, or West Lafayette?
Yeah,
Indiana.
they're both good options. So
Yeah. I'm from Ohio originally, so.
yeah. So what's your the Ohio State?
My brother goes there. He made the famous half-court shot on YouTube.
Oh, really? That was him?
Yeah, where he's like, most people call me Robbie, but you can call me anytime. That Ohio State game, and then he made a half-court shot.
That was your brother.
Yeah. He's dressed up as a hot
Never
dog.
knew that. Yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen that video?
It's a viral video.
Oh, it's very viral.
Yeah.
It's got 2 million views alone on my YouTube channel, but on like Barstool Sports and SportsCenter and ESPN and all them places, it's got millions and millions of views, and then people rip it and put it on TikTok, and it goes viral again. And so we were down on vacation in South Carolina, and I was hanging out with my brothers. Like, he's famous. It's like, we'll walk in the resort. Oh, are you that guy on that viral video? And he's like, yeah. He's like, Paul, hold my camera. And I'm sitting there taking pictures. People, I was like, get his head. You got to shrink his head just to get through the door.
Right.
And hold my camera.
Yeah.
Take a picture. Hold my phone. Take a picture. Like, oh man. So yeah, but he is low key famous. I mean, in Ohio State, he's
Right.
big man on campus. But even if you go out in public, people recognize him from making that shot. So that's my little brother.
That's cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, most people call me Rob. You can call me anytime. And
Yeah,
he makes a half court shot.
I think everybody's seen that video.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Cool. Well, hey, I want to bless you with a couple books here, because I gave you my other one.
Oh, yeah.
So you can maybe read it on the airplane. That's Best
yeah.
Business Practices for Landscapers.
Awesome.
And then this one is actually a devotional. So each day there's a proverb of the day,
Right.
and then you can write down what your goal is for the day,
Okay.
what you're thankful for, and then there's a spot to journal, or if you get an idea, something you want to just ponder, write down.
That's awesome.
You can do that there. So
Yeah, I've been seeing you do them on your stories, and I was thinking about it. Like, I got to get into this, so I have no excuse not to now.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people get a gift for free, they don't appreciate it. Like if you would have, bought it.
Oh,
But no. I'm
I
giving
really
it to you as a
appreciate it, yeah.
give it to you as a gift. But I don't want it just to collect dust. 'Cause
Oh no! It's no good and sitting in the corner, So
Yeah.
I will.
There's a lot of research if you write down your goals every single day that you'll accomplish them, and that's why like the vision board that Brian and Liz got me on.
Right.
I have a vision board that's packed out, 95% full in my office. Subconsciously, you just start thinking, "Oh, this is my goal. This is my vision. This is my goal. This is my vision," and then you start making behavior modifications and adjustments to, line up your life with that, and then over time, you eventually accomplish it.
Right. Yeah. I do similar things. I don't know if I don't think I have an exact vision board, but I do have. I make goals every year. I make aggressive goals, and sometimes they're not attainable, but honestly, sometimes I make them, and it just impresses me with you can really. If you set like something that's like tangible with the photo, or like make a note in your phone, I had like 10 things I wanted to do in 2021. And I probably hit over half of them.
Wow.
I
Can
think
you
that,
share some examples?
some of them were school related, like grades, GPA. Yeah, that was an important one. Another one was, like revenue. I prefer not to share that, but
Come on, Christian.
we did a 30. I'll tell you this: we did 30% top line sales growth,
Wow.
which is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking to do something similar again this year. So, it was a great year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and kick it back to Mr. Producer while we get a sip of water. I'm drinking Dasani today.
I got a little DC, so
Diet Coke.
it's not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. Same company. Coke makes Dasani.
Oh yeah, that's
Atlanta,
true.
Georgia company there. We're going to take a moment here from today's show sponsors. We'll have more with Christian from CNI from the Gulf of Mexico coming right up as the kickoff road tour rolls on. All right, guys, we're back. Christian from C&I. He's from up there in west side of Chicago, and he's a full-time student, and he is running a lawn care business, landscaping business, snowplow business, and recruit some team members from your local church there. And you guys are just balling out, man.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I kind of got to elaborate on that further, but a lot of our team members, I've recruited from our church. When I was in high school, I used to post on like my personal Instagram or Snapchat, like, pretty frequently of work we're doing. I thought was, interesting because I always want to remind people, like, what I do and what fun we have and what opportunity there is. Because every time somebody thinks of landscaping or snow removal, who's a teenager, which is probably not that often, they think of me. So whether it's for employment or for service of their own house, I bet there's been 50 instances where that has come into play, whether it's finding me a new team member or leading to new business. In the last month, I probably had 5 to 7 people alone from high school. I'm not even in high school anymore that reached out for service.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So what else have you learned this week? I know we've been hanging around with Brex Enterprises. They do $27,000 a day in revenue. I was running the math. They do $10 million a year. Divided by 365, it was like 27,000. I was like, that can't be right. I'm doing it again. I was like,
yeah, make sure
10 million divided by 365. Now, obviously, it's a ebb and flow. Some days might be more or less, but if you average it out, it's like $27,000 a day.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
Oh,
that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're hanging out with folks like them. Andy Mulder,
Yeah.
from your neck of the woods, that's debt free, runs a phenomenal business. And I'm not going to run through the list of the 20 or so folks that are in this house, but for a young buck like you to get to hear these conversations about overhead cost recovery and work-life balance and having a successful business, whether it's 6, 7, or 8 figures. How has this impacted you? What are you taking back to Chicago with you from this experience at the Hype House?
Yeah, I'm trying to be like a sponge. I'm trying to like soak in as much as I can, and it's such an opportunity to be here with all these guys. I've some of them I've met and some of them not. And I would say the biggest takeaway, to be honest, has been the last couple of days about work-life balance. It's something that I don't do enough because I don't have like I'm part of a family, but I don't have kids and a wife, So I think I take it for granted a little bit of just I kill myself every day, work 10, 12 hours and work long hours. And I really need to step back and appreciate it a little more and take some time. And especially when talking to the almonds or, basically everybody here has kids.
Right.
I'm like the only one.
I think you and I are the only single folk here.
Yeah, we're the only single ones.
So there's babies hanging out here and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. So I've really taken that to heart, and that's one thing I'm taking back with me is to make sure, there's a certain point when I think that I'm getting there, even though I'm still in the early stage of my business. I think, or maybe medium stage is, what good is a business with nobody around you or to appreciate it or to take advantage of your income? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're lonely and working hard, it's kind of it's not a very happy life, I think. So it's one thing that's really made me think about my trajectory of where I want to be in the future, as I do continue to get older and grow like that. So that's one really big takeaway I've had.
What else do you have planned for 2.2 for this year? What's some of those goals? We talked about last year getting the 4.0, making the 30% increase of your revenue. What's the goal for this year?
Yeah, the goal for this year is to get some property. I really want to stop giving other people money to rent space. I really am.
Where's your current storage at?
It's like 17 minutes from my house, and I got stuff around my shed, in my shed, the other side of the shed. So it's everywhere. It's really hard to operate that way.
You don't have a home base.
No.
I mean, you're home, but
I don't have a home base exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm trying to get this. I want to have a home base. I want to make it impact my community. I want to have a nice landscape. I want to be like a showcase building that is I want to be a positive contribution to the community. And so that's probably my biggest goal to start out with, is getting that taken care of. I would love to have that settled out by the start of the season. Additionally, this year we're trying to be more like sustainable. We're trying to reduce like waste. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've been learning. I'm part of a sustainability cohort in the ILCA, which is our local landscaping contractor association. There's a lot of little steps that I'm trying to take this year, like using native plants in our landscape designs, making sure not to use invasive plants, which is very simple. Trying to reduce the amount of material we have to haul away from sites. So, we don't want to truck away material if we can just use it at the site, save our clients money, save us money, not pollute. So there's stuff like that. We're trying to make some small steps in that as well.
What would you say to all the teenagers out there listening, maybe in middle school, maybe in high school, now that you're a big college guy, big guy on campus here? What would you say to the younger folks listening to give them some encouragement to not go out and, do dumb stuff that high school kids do? And, I wasted my high school years, my buddy Ben's basement playing NCAA football, college football, Madden. I was really good at them, okay?
Right.
I had a great defensive scheme. I blitzed my outside linebackers. I could run. They hit the play action. I was almost nearly unbeatable. I had my friend Billy punch a hole in his wall. So many folks break controllers. I'd make people so mad because I had spent so much time playing NCAA football and Madden. I was really, really good.
Right.
But in hindsight is vanity, because what if I would have been spending that time building a business?
Right.
You know what I mean? So what would you say to the middle school, high school kids out there listening, even college students?
Yeah, I would say it's important to have your priorities in line and set your priorities straight. For me personally, I'm not a huge social guy. I'm not an extrovert. I'm kind of the border introvert and extrovert. I would say I'm like maybe slightly an extrovert.
Okay.
I'm not like I don't know. I feel like
I don't like all that trying to label somebody, because we're all unique. You know what I mean? And that stuff, I don't do any of that INFJ. What all the stuff is. I was like, you can miss me with all that. God made me the way He made me.
Right.
And I embrace my uniqueness. And so, anyway.
Yeah, so I'm not like super social guy, so I don't have a problem with this, but I don't in high school I never went to parties. I never went to do any of that stuff really. Graduation party is different than a high school party,
Yeah, like a keg where your guy's standing up taking kegs.
Definitely.
You said definitely, like you were at those, or you don't do
I
those?
definitely don't go to those.
Okay, good.
I go to cake, not keg.
Yeah, there you go.
Cake, not keg.
Cake, not keg. Although, keg ain't going to get you no beach body, man.
Definitely not. But, so just I had my priorities in line. I couple things, I did run cross country freshman year, but once my business, grew to a decent amount, when I got my driver's license, that went out the door. I really focused on my business and school. I had two priorities, and I stuck to them. And I think that if you're passionate about something, you can do really whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And sometimes it doesn't feel like work, and sometimes it's horrible. It feels like one thing that's important to know as a business owner is there's days, and probably every day, you're the first to show up and the last to leave. It happens no matter what stage you are in your business, but it's gritty, but it does pay off the grind. It does. It really does. And it's you got to be patient, because it seems like sometimes people come off as almost a little aggressive, as seeing other people's success or what you would say label as success, and it seems like people think it was overnight. No, I mean, I've been cutting grass since 5th grade, and after my first 2 years, I really got serious about it. But it's a patience game. It's a patience. It's a grind. It's having your priorities. It's making sacrifices. I could have had a different high school experience, but I chose to do this, and I'm sticking with it.
Awesome. How can people connect with you, Christian, on the social media and the interwebs? What do they call it?
Yeah,
World Wide Web.
World Wide Web. Yeah, Paul, they can.
You got MySpace?
That's too long ago,
No,
man.
too long ago.
I barely even know how to use Facebook.
All right.
I'm on.
That was an inside joke to the older guys, man.
Yeah,
Put your mixtape on MySpace. Mr. Producer, you have a MySpace, don't you?
Brex have MySpace or something?
Brex, yeah.
It was a joke from last night.
Yeah, well, they're all giving out their social. Right?
Yeah, I got.
my
You can find me on
MySpace.
Instagram at CNI Services LLC. A lot of people say that Candy Services
Yeah,
LLC.
because it says C and I. It says Candy Services.
Did you think I was Candy?
Yeah, because I didn't know you. Well, I would always see you, Candy, liked your photo or whatever. But this was years ago before I knew who you were.
Right.
Then I started seeing you in Brian's videos, and I kind of was like, oh, who's this young kid? You know what I mean?
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, and then I started, and eventually I'm like, oh, that's Christian Schlegel.
Yeah, Schlegel.
Schlegel.
Close enough.
Hey,
Yeah,
C and I.
Yeah, and you can find me on YouTube as well on YouTube at C and I Services LLC.
Cool. Well, it's been fun hanging out with you, man.
Awesome, Paul.
I hope
Thanks for
that you
having
will, the diligent shall prosper. I hope you will actually do this for 90
absolutely.
days. Write down what you're thankful for each day, what your goals are. And then if you have an idea or something you just want to jot down, there's a spot to journal there. So I'm very passionate about that product. For those of you watching, you can see it's a hardcover. Pretty cool, man.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I go to the grocery store and I look at the competition, the other journals and devotional books and all that stuff. And I'm like, man, I feel like mine's the best.
Yeah,
but
this one's nice
right
and
now.
hearty.
Right now it's on Amazon only.
Amazon.
But
I've seen a lot of guys picking it up. I really have.
good. Yeah, it's been helping a lot of folks. So it's the principles I didn't make up.
Right.
You write down your goals. There's research there, and you do it with consistency. It just it feeds your brain, and then you go and make the action. So I didn't make any of that up. I just created the vehicle where you can actually put it to practice.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll kick it back to you, Mr. Producer. Guys, thanks for watching today's video. Smash that follow button. Turn on the bell for notifications for future episodes. If you want to get a copy of The Diligent Shall Prosper or any of my other books, we have the best business practices for landscapers, and you already have the other one, 101 proven ways to increase efficiency and make more money in lawn care. All of those will be in the show notes and, of course, on Amazon. So it's a great way to learn more about this industry and support the show.
Absolutely.
So two birds with one stone. So thanks for listening, guys, and I hope to catch you on the next one.